So this is the car we're going to be working on. 2011 Giulietta 940. A few problems with this car that we're going to be looking at in some of the upcoming videos. Rear lights, problems with the wiring loom, typical classic Alfa electrics. Some cleaning, generally some cleaning. The wheels and tyres are a bit scuffed on this one, but we can fix that. We've got some issues with the battery, needs changing. The MAF sensor underneath is covered in grime, so we need to look at that. I think we've got a problem with the ventilation coming from the PCV valve. Stop start, it's unavailable at the moment. I think we know why that is, because of the battery that needs changing. The passenger airbag light is on, keeps coming on. Every time you turn it off, it just comes back on. Again, we think we know why that issue is, but we'll look at that as we go forward. Central locking, again another little problem with central locking. Again, we think we know what the reason of that is, but we'll be coming on to that in another video. Anti-rollbar bushes. Coming up to the MOT time, we can see that there's a little bit of problem with them, so we'll be looking at changing them out in another video. And more electrics as well with the passenger window. For whatever reason, the passenger window doesn't come back up from the driver's door controls, so we'll look at that in another video. On top of that, we've got lots of service points that we need to do. We've got air filter needs changing, cabin filter we're going to change, oil filter, all the fluids, coolant, power steering, brake. Just going to be checking everything, giving the car a real overhaul. And then another video, we'll look at some detailing. Okay, so let's get it turned around so we can get under the bonnet. Okay, so inside the car, we can see on the dashboard, we've got the warning lights coming up, stop lights telling us we've got a problem with those. Touching the brake, it's quite often telling us to check running lights. And then over here, the passenger airbag light, we've quite often seen before as well. So we'll be looking at resolving that in another video. Driver's door controls. Down window works nicely, as does the up. Passenger side goes down nicely. But nothing on the up. Really annoying. It means we have to come over here. So we'll be looking at that in another video. Another real common fault with these cars, this compartment, storage compartment, comes up but the clip's broken. On R1 the actual spring is broken as well, so it never comes up automatically on its own or even stays up. So not overly important, but something that we'll look at trying to fix in another day. So now we've got to turn around, let's open the bonnet. I'm sure everyone knows how to open the bonnet, but just in case. Release catch down here. Fortunately, R1's not broken. Again, that's another common fault on these Alphas. But yeah, something we don't need to fix, that's a good thing. Back at the front, you can see the lever just inside there. Just move that to the side and up it comes. It's got the nice struts on here, so it opens on its own. So we can see it's a 10-year-old car. We've still got the original battery, so we've been pretty fortunate, but it keeps dying. So we've got a new replacement battery, which we'll be looking at in another video. Over here we can see the MAF sensor. It's all clogged up, really grimy. and we'll be looking at that, cleaning that up in another video. As I go through these videos, we're going to have some challenges. My driveway is on a slope, so getting it up, jacking it up might be an issue every now and then. Obviously for doing levels, a few people commented previously about my coolant level being low when the car was the other way around. Probably is a little bit low, to be fair, but now it's around the other way where you can actually see that we're okay. We'll be topping that up, obviously looking at that when we do some of the service points. So yeah, that should be good. One of the other things I forgot to say about as well is we've got some in-ground fingerprint marks on the car here. It's from anti-mosquito spray, believe it or not, with the deets. Absolutely killed the paintwork on it. So we'll be looking at a way of trying to get that out in another video. Yeah, some more cleaning, looking at trying to remove some of this brake dust. These wheels are a bit wrecked, to be fair. The missus likes to try and find curbs, but yeah, we'll look at ways of trying to clean that up to get them nice and shiny. One of the other issues we've got, as we said about, was the wiring to the rear looms in the boot. We've got problems with backlight not working, just in this one here. This one's working fine, but this one's out, so we'll look to do that. I think the reversing light is showing up as well. We had this one, was okay. I think someone's given it a go previously to repair the other loom, but we'll look at that. The other one that's really quite interesting, I've seen a lot about and read a lot about, is these wipers. This one's not looking too bad at the minute. It's actually sat in the right position, but we tend to find that they end up finishing halfway up your window for no apparent reason. But we'll see if repairing the wiring loom has any impact to that. Okay, so here we can see one of the problems I was saying about. No, my lights aren't flashing. I think it's just the frame rate of the video and the LED pulsation. They are static. But the problem more is, obviously this isn't working here, and it should be as it is on this side. Look at that frame rate's crazy, isn't it? A bit like an Audi one, but yeah, never mind. So that's going to be one of the other problems that we're going to look at in another video. I think if I turn the engine off, but go in reverse, just stick the ignition on in reverse. We're getting a reverse warning light sign. So here we go, and nothing. So it's going to be complete wiring loom to that, which is fed from this side. Nothing's wrong with the other side, but we may want to look at that as well. It has been done previously, but not particularly in a desirable way. Under here, these are the bushes that we were talking about. A bit dark under here, so you can see there's a bit of wear on them. So we'll be looking at replacing them in another video. We'll pull it out, maybe refurb the roll bar completely. Might need to look at replacing the tyres as well. We'll see. The MOT's due, not yet, another few months, but I think this tyre's getting pretty old. Let's have a look. So on the outside, let's have a look. Where are we? Somewhere here. Wow, yeah, early 2015. So we'll consider replacing that. I think you can see it's cracking, the rubber's starting to go, so there's still plenty of tread in it, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. And to be fair, everything else in the car is pretty good. It doesn't get used that much. It's a daily runner for trips to work and so on. Maybe we'll look at taking maybe some of the centre console off for some deep cleaning, because it does get used for runs to and back from the stable, so there's lots of horsehair all over the place and crud, and yeah, generally needs a good clean, but we'll tidy that up. Maybe we'll do another video just for cleaning out the inside. Look forward to some people's comments on that, I'm sure. So we have lots of videos coming up. Look out for them. Hit like and subscribe if you like the videos. Do me a favour, and yeah, keep watching. Look out for more videos.